Everyone. I want to start by acknowledging that we're very fortunate this morning to be enjoying this fine weather on this fine lawn on Ngunnawal and Ngambri land. I pay my respect to elders past, present and emerging, and I want to particularly acknowledge any Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islanders here today. Millennia before Burgmann was even thought of, the traditional custodians of the land learnt, taught, served and improved their communities on this land. They cherished and cared for the land in a way that allows us to enjoy it today. We think of these communities as we live and grow at Burgmann. I have the honour of introducing Dr. Matilda House to speak with you today and her son, Paul House. For our returning residents and staff, we know Aunty Matilda to be a greatly revered and admired friend of our community. For our new residents, let me introduce you. Dr. Aunty Matilda is a proud Ngambri woman. The Ngambri are an ancestral group of the Canberra region, from which the name Canberra was derived. Aunty Matilda has dedicated her life to pursuing social justice for Indigenous people. She's powerfully represented Indigenous people across Australia, in Canberra, at the ANU, and here at Burgmann. Her list of accomplishments tell a small part of what has been a complex and successful activism journey. Aunty has been a vocal supporter of the Aboriginal Tent Embassy since 1972. She helped found the Aboriginal Legal Service in Queanbeyan in the 1980s. Aunty Matilda also played a key role in establishing the ANU's Jarbal Indigenous Higher Education Centre in 1989. In 2006, Aunty was awarded the Canberra Citizen of the Year Award for her services to the ACT, and in 2017, an honorary doctorate with the ANU. I came to Ngunnawal and Ngambri country when I was 17 and just finished school. Over the past few years, it's been my second home. I've studied here, met new people, and developed a strong sense of belonging. You feel that sense of belonging gradually over time. Late at night in the common room, on the sporting field, in the toot rooms, or at the lunch table. That sense of belonging has been made so much more rich, so much more meaningful, and so much more genuine because of the welcomes to country that you, Aunty Matilda, and your son Paul have consistently given. We third years sometimes feel like we own the place after just a couple of years here. And so it's important to remember that you and your people, Aunty Matilda, have been here for thousands of years. You make us feel welcome, but we acknowledge that it is and always will be Aboriginal land. I think it's fitting that we meet Aunty Matilda here on the first day of O Week. I encourage you all to remember Aunty Matilda's life and message throughout the year. Perhaps reminding ourselves of the thousands of years that have come before will help us keep everything in perspective at the start of a long and possibly challenging year. It's an honour to have you both here to speak, Dr. Matilda House and your son Paul, as friends of Burgmann College and original custodians of the land. I hope we see you at some lunchtimes throughout the year.
Thank you all for being here today on a very special occasion. Today, it is for me in lots of ways. As a person who from country, lived on country, I have my son with me today, Girrawah. What we'll be doing today is welcoming you all into country on the land of our ancestors, the Ngambri, that I've grown up with all my years, over 70 years. So it's a very special occasion because the other one is yesterday when Kevin Rudd said sorry, and Brendan Nelson as well in Parliament House all those years ago. So there's a lot to celebrate and a lot to people to know and understand what Sorry Day was all about. But we are still learning. We're still learning to know and to act on how we could make the lives of the stolen generation to help them find their way home. And today we have some wonderful people with us here. Travelled far. Warren Williams, a legend. Give him a clap. He is a legend. And it surprised me when I came here to know that he was here. See, they kept that secret, didn't they? And of course, Julie, who does everything. Yeah, does she do everything, Warren? Yes. So thank you very much for all being here today. We will be having a smoking ceremony to do cleansing and welcome. So thank you all, and now I'd like to introduce you to Girrawah House.
Awurgawuri, Mandangu. Thank you, Mum. Naramarang, Mayin Maranya. Good morning, everyone. Baladu Yari, Nyambri, Wogalu, Wiradri Nang. I speak Nyambri, Wogalu, Wiradri language. Yuandu, Paul House, Girrawah, Dr. Aunty Matilda House, our name, Girrawah, Dr. Aunty Matilda. Nadu Wudagabigi Balabambo Gobo Balagi Bango Bogo Ingulila Dumbali now. We listen to the old people. We listen to the elders, and they show us the straight Dulagang, the straight Muro, the straight path in life. Going Gulila Yamamali now, going Gulila Walamali now, Bilingali now. They protect us, they assist us, they guide us, they support us in everything we do. Mamba wara na minyago, wujagabinya wura darego, winingalago balago. Looking to see, listening to hear, and learning to understand. Naru marabang buluningi maranya yirado. It's good to see you all here today. Maramang balang noyagoya malang. It's fabulous to see you all here today. Yilangalangbo, gibabango, wogabo, megabo, diranilbang maranya. Ladies and gentlemen, young men, young women, Nyari and Jamali, Nyambri, Gumal, Wogalu, Wallablawa, Nunawa, Wiradri, Mujigang, Yanning, Bujayandu. My respects to Nyambri, Gumal, Wogalu, Wallablawa, Nunawa, Wiradri, elders past and present. Nyari and Jamarabu, Mujigango, Nurrambanjiguo, Ninya Yiradu. My respects to all people and all elders from all parts of the country. Nyambri, Wogalu, Wallablawa, Nunawa, Mayin, Maranya, Gaimbanya, Nino Ga Nurumbango Dara, Nyambri, and Nunuwa people welcome you all the country. Murum Waginya Yinjamara, Murum Mura Widum Bida Dara. A respectful way of life cares for country. Yinjamara, Widum Bida Marando Gobo, Gira Gobo, Yando Gobo. Respect is taking responsibility for the now, the past, the present, and the future. Madan Jumbak, Warogara, Wirambira. Respect is in the smoking ceremony. Gurabari. Our welcome to countries are always made in the spirit of peace and a desire for harmony for all people of the modern ACT and surrounds. And our main aim as local custodians is to establish an atmosphere of mutual respect through the acknowledgement of our ancestors and the recognition of our rights to declare our special place in the pre and post history of the region, of our country. We've cared for Mother Earth since the dawn of time, and evidence of our statehood, our sovereignty, our ownership can be seen everywhere throughout the country. Our signature is in the land, not just our DNA. Our ancestors never ceded our country. It was stolen. It was stolen without consent or treaty, and we've never been compensated for our losses. The law of the land talks about giving respect and honour to all people in all parts of the country, being patient, being polite, and being gentle, and then people will respect you. Hold fast to each other, empower each other, respect everything living and growing. Look after your mothers, look after your fathers. Look after Mother Earth. Murum waginya yinja mara murum muru wudum beda. Yinja mara mara maranya yinya Girrawah maranya. Respect shapes us and lifts up the people. Going Banya, on behalf of my mother, Dr. Aunty Matilda, I'd like to thank Sally, Amelia, Brody, and all the team and staff here at Burgmann College. A wonderful Noigoi Malang, Marambangbalang place, Nuru, special place that have so much respect, Yinjamara, for our people. So with that, we're going to invite you up to be part of this smoking ceremony with us, to culturally bless and cleanse and support you on country. It's important that we, as local custodians, support you with cultural safety here on country. The name Canberra is derived from the name of our ancestral group and people, the Nyambri, and was gazetted in 1834 under the New South Wales colonial government. When Europeans first arrived here on country, they asked our old people, "What do you call this place?" And the old people didn't respond by saying the barbecue area. The different responses came back Nyambri, Canberra. We want to see our children grow up in a society that acknowledges, respects and honours First Nation people of this country. We're entitled, we believe, we're entitled to our greatest share in the wealth and prosperity of our country as well. And it's you, the next generation, younger Australians, that we need support, that can take that challenge and fight for us as First Nation people in this country. We must remember, under the concrete and the steel and the glass of our cities and our country towns, there's a rich, powerful, compelling First Nation history, an Aboriginal history, which is now a shared history that belongs to all of us. We all have a responsibility now in looking after country. Nurambangodara, Bila, Julang, and the waters and the rivers. So with that, I'd like to invite you to come up and be part of this smoking and cultural blessing. Our people who through law and custom hold cultural knowledge, and we continue to maintain deep respect for our ancestral lands and waters and our old people and our old way of life. Yinjamara boya nyiyang Nurumbangudara. Respect is in the language, law and the people. Mandanguwa, Wurraguri, thank you very much and welcome.